these lineups, if you're able to go in, go out, get CC in, well, not the hero, but crowd control, then you're definitely favored.
Let's see how this goes and whose team's going to be favored for this best of 5. It's Team Liquid and Falcons AP BREN. You hear the cheers, you hear the drums. Now tune in to MPL Philippines Season 30 Playoffs live stream. This is, again, day number 3. Ready and be ready for surprises once again in TikTok, Facebook, or even YouTube for Goodie Bag Lottery. What are we seeing here for the emblem? Sun stands out, but one thing that I saw here is 3 purifies for Falcons AP BREN.
That's right. Again, the utility and the CC that Liquid PH are bringing into this game is a threat. And I am also a fan of how they're placing themselves on the map to allow for Benicuri to actually wait. Because yesterday, the story of yesterday's matchup was how Benicuri was so sustainable, so reliable. And I think Falcons AP BREN are not even going to try it. Look, they're not even really pressuring him. They know that it's a lost cause to try and get some early pressure on Benny.
Early on, look at Carl Teasy, very deep in the enemy territory. The confidence that you get with a Guinevere, you know you can spatial migration out, and you can just take their resources as much as you want.
Again, since we're looking at vision, one thing you guys pointed out is both of these two teams right now are being cautious, being careful on who to strike. In the early game, both need to have a great start. Because one thing they try to capitalize on right now is probably on vision.
Yeah, vision is exactly the one reason that they last picked this Novaria. It does so well. Few actually played it so well in the Blacklist game as well. So now, the question is, can he keep it alive, and how much can Team Liquid PH's mid-duo pressure Few now that they have so much vision on the map? Now they're diving in. Turtle's quite low, and Carl T is going to fall with a Praise's Wrath combo.
Look at that steal. That's JP's fault. I'm not so sure if that's a worthy trade. I'll say economically it says yes, but a first blood on Carl Teasy. We've definitely seen him come back from worse, but I'd like to think that Falcons AP BREN are better off here. I think this is a good stepping stone for them to slowly ramp up into a good mid-game.
Yeah, pointed out perfectly, Kyle TZ on this Fredrin. A great example of how they went with the stats on how this is a special for this player alone, able to taunt the possible problems with Kyle TZ. Got knocked up.
Look at how fast Team Liquid PH are playing this right now. Curtain Call held it together, forcing them back. But you know what? They want to go. You can see everyone happy to use these flickers. They are ready to fight, buying as much time as they can for Benicuri to get online.
Well, speaking of how buy time works, how they rotate across the river right now, they're maintaining control and they're maintaining counter pressure. Looking at the gold, it's Benicuri slowly leading a bit of a change for Supermarket, but it's a race, Leo.
Yeah, again, it's a little bit of a mini sprint, like a 5K run down there. And here's why. I'll tell you now, looking at the items, slowly but surely, Moskov, Super Marco, has a small lead, but wait, whoa.
There you go, that Purify going to be popped in, and you can expect that to just keep going later on. Especially Carl TC on the Guinevere, very aggressive right now, though. Flight of JP into safety. Going to nullify the group up here of Falcon and AP BREN on the bottom side.
JP, let me finish my story. Okay, the story here is because of how that early first turtle, and even like the first 3 minutes of the game, was focused elsewhere. That's where the Nathan got a little bit of the farm, but then eventually they said, you know what, look, this is not the basic common emblem Benicuri that we're looking at. He might actually need the time. So now, how lucky that it's spawning again in the lower quarter. So now, best expect that Super Marco will catch up. Super Marco will lead after this turtle take. And I think turtle take should be cleaner now for Falcons AP BREN. They're not going to let JP steal it again.
For sure, especially with Few, with that beautiful Astral Echo, right? Spots out everyone. Make sure that there is going to be an available fight here, or at least information ready for the fight. It's going to be reset, though. That is actually pretty big for Team Liquid. Right now, though, diving in. It is the duo Flight of JP on the back, and Kyle TC will still secure that turtle knockup for everyone. And look at that follow-up from Oakland. A very powerful engage from Falcons AP BREN. Gets a turtle and a kill.
Falcons AP BREN with the second objective once again by Kyle TZ. And the knockup from Oakland, a perfect entry for a team fight. Now they're contesting this purple right away against Team Liquid Echo.
And there it is.
Got it.
They got it.
That is sheer crime. That is just Grand Theft Purple at what, 5 minutes? And
Yes.
again, the win for that turtle fight and the win off of the turtle take alone was won not because of, oh, wait.
And
JP.
another one! They're still fighting it out. Look at Kaltizi. Instead of going back, he goes forward, absorbs the damage, and says, you know what? I can take it.
Wow.
And topside, Sanford gets solo killed by Flap Teasy.
Off-cam kill, getting the War Axe, following up from that bonus. Now Falcons AP BREN slowly building a lead of 2K. Now Kyle T's not letting go of Carl just by the second just yet. Did he get it?
I don't think so right now. They are trying to deny as much as they can for Carl Teasy. They don't need to deny that buff if the jungler actually
They
dies.
misplaced the buff. It went on a Sanji off of a rogue Ghost Burster.
Oh.
And I just gotta say, two things going wrong for Team Liquid PH right now. Top lane 1v1 kill, that should not be happening. If there's anything that the Benedetta has over the CC, is how slippery she is. But it seems like, I mean, we didn't see it on camera, but I would assume that Flap forced Sanford to stay maybe 2 seconds too longer and did not expect that the War Axe would be built right then and there, hence why he died. Second, Team Liquid PH's Echo Liquid CC is not on demand. You need to get the stacks on the Carl, and you need to get the pulls and the Circling Eagle right on Sanjay and JP. That's why Falcon AP BREN are just able to walk in and say, you know what, we're taking this fight. Minoan Fury, taunt, Bob's your uncle.
And Ogwin just does the work perfectly. How to get a perfect setup in the front line. Another objective taken away by Falcons AP BREN. You're right, Leah, right now just completely dictating how the fight is going to go in the first 10 minutes of this game. Looks like Carl T spots one, but JP gonna get trapped in Flap. This is just the pokes of the CC.
Man.
Pulling that's a spear. Follow up as well.
Liquid Echo trying as much as they can to get a good engagement, but Falcon AP BREN just not giving it at all. They're dodging these engages.
Look at this control. Having no turrets taken out by Team Liquid Echo as of yet they're maintaining the waves as well.
Again, you're looking at a 4-0 lead, 7.5 minutes in, approaching 5K. What's going on is both teams understand that Falcon AP BREN should be the beatdown. But all of my homies out there who knows the question, the answer to the question, who's the beatdown, knows that it's not always so simple. It's not always so simple.
True that.
Falcon AP BREN is approaching this very, very surgically, and that's not the way Liquid Liquid PH want to fight.
All right.
If anything, their lineup is made to run people over in the mid game. AP BREN's not allowing that.
To be fair, yes, they are trying to go with their win condition, but AP BREN constantly denying them.
And that's what makes it so smart.
That's right.
Having the first 2 kills against Carl TZ now slows everybody down the damage need to go with each of ice that they can get in team fights. Again, they're up against Ogwin at the Minotaur. There's so much follow-up, there's so much poke in team fights that they need to consider. They need sustain, they didn't even have damage. And another purple being open for Kyle TZ might get taken. That's the Appraiser's Wrath. And another purple stolen by Falcons AP BREN.
Oh, goodness me.
Across the board, Falcons AP BREN are about 1,500 gold, roll per roll ahead. And that's just talking about gold. What about XP? Look at this, Kyle, 2,000. Oh, sorry, rather 2 levels up on Carl.
Two against the gold Carl TZ.
That's a full HP notch on the Lord, if I'm not mistaken. It's a huge difference on the red tree.
It really is.
Look at the damage from Super Marco, knocking back JP.
Now the full zone, Flap TZ up on front. Super Marco, he's actually a lot front than I like, but he seems to be quite happy with it with Ogwin close by as well. Kyle TZ's trying to get as much damage as he can, but he goes down before the Bout Requiem is activated.
Super Marco!
And now it's Super Marco going ham, still not giving away any deaths so far in this game.
That's a triple! That's a triple for Super Marco! After getting an objective, Leo!
That's just Bulletproof Marco doing things. I mean, you're down 6K, your jungler bites the dust. I understand where Echo is coming from. I understand where Liquid Echo is coming from. They couldn't just call back as quickly because JP was one of the early casualties as well. So you can't guiding wins out. It's honestly difficult to be their team.
And it's not JP's fault. In that situation.
In this one time, oh Lord, you're right. It's not JP's fault. It's actually Falcon AP BREN's fault. It's because if you're a Moskov and you're able to forward dash into a full-on team fight, That's not just a firepower situation, that's even a positioning situation that you have to consider.
Yeah, speaking of positioning, Few, letting that Astral Echo spot 4 right away as Team Liquid Echo wanted to contest that Lord.
Side.
4-man Astral Echoes?
Oh, another
That's
one.
nothing, right?
Oh,
That's
look.
nothing.
That's nothing, but look at that poke. They're tying in, but hurt the call.
Look at that, Ogwen again. Already used up the Minoan's Fury, but this tower's going to be the one who's going to go down. Super Marco, a tower killing machine so far.
Untouchable once again. Super Marco 5-0-1. Go TZ.
Right now.
Still safe.
He's saved. That was actually a mirror. Don't worry. Right now, where is TLPH going to get their goal, though?
Okay, let me tell you.
It's 10K.
Let me tell you. Again, for those of you who don't know, it's a big joke in the community that Astral Echoes don't matter because the skill doesn't deal damage. But folks, when you catch a team with a 5-man Astral Echo like this, it ruins their potential for a team fight.
Yep, and team fights are exactly what they're trying to go for here, which is why Team Liquid PH has been being pushed on over and over again.
See, there's no way for you to catch your opponent off guard where they know exactly where you're coming from. That, plus the fact that your hitboxes are magnified, are amplified, means a random taunt, a random ult from Flap TZ, a random Minoan Fury might catch you when it otherwise wouldn't without the Astral Echo. So yes, an Astral Echo on multiple members is a big deal.
That's like one of the worst feelings, right? You feel like you dodged the Minoan Fury, but you got hit because you had that ring around you.
Got clipped.
You got that big hitbox. And look at the items on how Super Marco managed to snowball on this Moskov. He just quickly melts everything faster.
Still not dying, by the way, guys. Still not dying.
Okay, now we need to look after Team Liquid Echo's comeback here. Yes, again, it may look simple in the eyes of the people who's watching this right now. Again, this was approached surgically as Analyst Leia pointed how Falcons AP brand manages to have that early checkbox on who to target early game in Team Liquid's Echo composition. Now with this kind of lead, JP, Sanji needs to have a great entry on who is to force and who is to catch in the back line.
All right, not to toot my own horn, but yes, early on, Falcons AP brand made a decision to not pressure Benny Cutie as much. And then eventually, in the mid-game, going into that pre-Lord ramp-up, they said, you know what? Since Turtle's spawning here, let's push it in so that Benny cannot farm as well, and we have all of the gold on Super Marco. Then from there, they just started to block CallTZ out from everything. CallTZ not getting anything. He's farming worse than a roamer could. Look at this. CallTZ currently at what? 5-1? Dude, he has less farm than Ogwen.
That's true.
That is just sad to see. Again,
he's a softie.
Yeah, and it's so hard to look at how this competition would actually go in the stage of the game. And hey, Falcons is not stopping.
Clean as usual. There goes the Echo, and there goes the Minoan Fury. Don't forget, they're still going to be alive, at least for the meantime. With Benny Cutie finally getting a kill. Super Marco's on the side. He's trying to get as much charge as he can. Carl Tease is going to fall here. And now it is going to be the non-stop aggression here coming in from Super Marco. The spears flying everywhere. And of course, that's Jasper going down to the Appraiser's Wrap. Oh my goodness. Falcons taking BREN, not slowing down at all. Even though they did lose out on 2. Still fighting off
Super Marco!
Cast a kill onto Benny Cutie. And that is going to be the game. Still not dying.